Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending the location where you are joining us on this beautiful Sunday. It's still from us, Udo Jesus Foundation, the non-profit organization. We are here this day to continue our series of moral and wisdom. We have a topic we themed engagement. That is our topic under the series of moral and wisdom on this beautiful day. I want to welcome everyone who is already here live with us, all our viewers all over the world. I want to welcome every one of you. I want to say happy Sunday to every one of you. I pray that the good Lord will continue to bless everything we do. Today, we will continue our teaching on moral and wisdom. It's a series. We have a topic we themed engagement. Without wasting much of your time, I will go ahead and pray and continue the program. Father, we want to give you all the praise. We want to give you all the honor, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. We gather once again on this beautiful Sunday to continue this series of moral and wisdom. We have a topic we themed engagement. Father, we pray that you open our eyes and our mind, that the Holy Spirit will explain this topic to us, that at the end of the day, we will have reason to make amendment where that need amendment in our life. And I pray that at the end of the day, God will have all the way in our life. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Our topic says engagement. I want to welcome everyone live here with us. I want to welcome every one of you. You are highly welcome. You are highly welcome. I welcome you. Your time here will not be in vain. Like I always say, if you have anything you want to offer to anybody on every Sunday, make sure you get people to be here live with us. You have a lot of things to learn if you really want to learn. We are not here for entertainment. We are not here to tell you stuff that will make you laugh, but we are here to give you something that will make your life to be a better person and their children. That is what we are doing here. That is the only reason why you can see my face. There is no other reason why you can see my face. It's a sacrifice. It's a humanity. That is the only reason why you can see my face. That is the only reason why. Just for humanity's sake. That is why I can make out this time every Sunday to share this word of wisdom with you people every Sunday. And I want to indulge you that if you make it a point of duty to make sure that every Sunday you have this word in your life, you can never be the same person you are. Your wife will cherish you. Your husband will cherish you. Your children will see you as the best father and as the best mother God has given to them. If you can be able to make use of every teaching we are dropping here every Sunday. When you go to our page, you can see hundreds of topics we have already treated. And we continue going on every Sunday by the grace of God. Let's go into the business. Our topic says engagement. When you talk of engagement, what's the simple meaning of engagement? Engagement simple means a formal agreement to get married or to do something or go somewhere. When you talk of engagement, engagement is a formal word. It's a formal agreement between two people or more than two people or a group of people who said we are going to go somewhere by so time tomorrow. That is the simple meaning of engagement. It's an agreement between people. It's an agreement that we are going to get married someday, sometime, or we will go to vacation someday or sometime. That is the simple meaning of what? Agreement is a formal agreement between two people or more than two people to do something, to go to somewhere, or to get what? Married. That is the simple meaning of agreement. And when you enter into this agreement, it's a promise to do something. It's a promise to do what? To do something. Before somebody will enter into agreement, there is something you have decided that you will do in future. That is the only reason why you will enter into what? Agreement. Before somebody will enter into agreement, there must be something. There must be what? Something. You have already decided in you that you will do it Sunday. But maybe because of the time has not come. And you will enter into agreement. And say, let it be known that so time I will do so thing. Or so time I will go so place. That is the simple meaning of what? Agreement. It's a formal simple meaning of engagement. Is a formal agreement between people to get married or to go somewhere or to do something. But let me tell you something this morning, this afternoon, this night. That word engagement has done a lot of damage in the life of people today. That word engagement has killed a lot of people today. Because of what? Because most people enter it with deceived what? Mind. And because of this, it has done a lot of damages in the life of people, in families, in companies, disagreement, in business field, disagreement have done a lot of damages. Some people have killed themselves because somebody broke the agreement they had. But this morning, we will look into agreement, engagement. We will look into engagement of what? Marriage. When you talk of marriage, most people, most young men, most young women, many of them enter into this engagement without knowing what they are doing, without knowing the full meaning of what they are about to do. Some people think it's a joke. It's a formal, remember, formal agreement. You have agreed to marry that girl. You have agreed to marry that guy. If you ever accept that engagement, you have formally agreed that you will marry him or her. It is just time that is what is holding you people. But already the agreement has been what? Sealed. Anytime you enter into engagement, the agreement is what being sealed off. It's only time that you'll be waiting for. When will that time come? That is the only thing you are waiting for. If any other thing happen, except waiting for the time, that means somebody is about to breach a trust. Somebody is about to do what? to bridge what? A trust. But this moment, I have an advice to young people. Let me tell you something. There is a lot of things you see that is going on every day. Sometimes you see somebody washing a girl inside the mall, kneeling down before the girl and trying to give the girl an engagement ring. Let me tell you something. That is the worst thing you can do, even as a boy. And the worst thing you can do as a girl is to accept such engagement. Let me tell you, I have an advice to you this morning. The advice may not look so sweet to some people. The advice may not go down well with some people, but my word is always real. Do not accept any engagement link without consulting your parents. Do not accept any engagement link from anybody without consulting your parents and their guidance. You did not born yourself. Yes. You didn't bring yourself into this earth. Somebody brought you into this earth. You have a mother. You have a father. How will you enter into an agreement with somebody without consulting your parents? Let me tell you something. It's just like a businessman. There is a contract a businessman will want to sign. The businessman will tell you, I cannot sign this contract until I met with my lawyer. Listen to me. The businessman will tell you, I cannot sign this agreement until I do what? I met with my lawyer. My lawyer have to study this document before I can endorse it. The businessman will tell you, I cannot enter into this agreement without consulting my lawyer. My lawyer will be here first before I will do what? Sign this agreement. It's just like somebody that went to buy a land and the person will tell you, I cannot sign this agreement until my lawyer comes here and study everything that is being written on this document before I can sign this document or before I can pay you. That is sense. How can only you decide to engage yourself to a boy? How can only you decide to engage yourself to a girl without consulting your own parents, without telling your parents first? How can you do that? What do you know? What do you know that is being called marriage you are about to enter into? You don't know anything about it. The reason why the land buyer is looking for a lawyer before they can sign the agreement is because they don't really know anything. They need the lawyer who has went to school and studied about this to come and study the document before they can be able to do what? To sign that document. So they will not enter into agreement that will screw them. How can you accept an engagement from a man who just lost you inside the mall just because the boy has been dating you for some time? How can you accept that engagement when you have never consulted your parents concerning this guy? Have your parents approved it for you that you can engage yourself to that young man or to that young girl? Because when you say yes to that engagement, you have already entered a formal agreement with that person. As soon as you say yes, as soon as you allow them to put a ring on your finger, I'm telling you, you have already entered into what? Into a formal agreement. anything you do except continue that engagement, you have already broke an agreement. It's not a joke. It's a serious business. It's a formal agreement, engagement. My advice to you people today, the young men and the young women, do not engage yourself to anybody without consulting your own parents. Your parents is first. If your parents approve it, then you can go ahead. But if your parents did not approve it, you don't need to go ahead with such engagement. Don't engage yourself to anybody without consulting your own father, without consulting your own mother, because you don't know what is marriage yet. Have you married before? How can you know what you have not tested? Do you know how marriage tests? You don't know the test of marriage. It's only your parents that know the test of marriage. So you need to consult them. Do you have a formal knowledge of marriage? No. So how do you want to enter into agreement? You don't know. You don't know. How do you want to enter into agreement? You have never studied before. You can't do that. That is the problem many marriages facing today, because those marriage was engaged without consultation of the parents. Those marriage was engaged without consultation of a father or a mother. You did it by yourself. You think you can do it, and you have done it. Today, what is happening? You think you know that guy. You don't know the guy. That guy need to meet your father first. Your father need to interview him. Your mother need to interview that girl first before you say you will marry her. Don't tell any girl you will marry her without consulting your mother or your father. Your mother need to interview the girl before you can open your mouth to tell her, I will marry you. Whether the girl will say yes or not, first of all, consult your mother. Your mother need to talk to her. It's only your mother will know the real life of that word, of that girl. You can't know the real life of that girl. It's only your mother will know her real life. When your mother is talking with her, your mother will have the knowledge. Your mother have the experience to understand whom this girl will be in future. You are all, what you know about that girl is now. You can't know the future of that girl because she don't have the experience of marriage. You need the experience of marriage for you to be able to figure what kind of wife will this girl be in the next 5 to 10 years. You guys are looking only right now. No, marriage is not now. Marriage is a future. Marriage is not what the girl is doing today. What matters is what will she do in the next 5, 10 years, 20 years. What will be the character of this girl you want to engage yourself? Listen to me. What will be the character of this boy you are engaging yourself right now in the next 5 to 10 years? What kind of life will this boy be living? You need to listen. It's only your father will be able to indicate the kind of life this young man will live when this young man become a man in the next 10 to 15 years. You as a girl cannot know. But when your father talk to her, your father can be able to set what will be the character of that young man you are about to engage yourself without consulting your parents. That is why a lot of marriage has broken today, because the marriage was engaged without the consultation of the parents. The young people did it by themselves. They don't have any knowledge. They don't have anything. They don't know anything about marriage. Just somebody came and said, I will marry you. Yem, you open your finger, the carrying and socket on your finger, and you are jumping up and jumping down. Your friends are jumping up and jumping down. Who told you? Do you know this girl? What this girl will do to you when you turn 50 years old? Do you know how this girl will treat you when you become 60 years old? Do you know how that boy will treat you when that your breast that is straight, when it goes down? How do you think that boy will treat you? It's only your father will tell you how that boy will treat you. Your nipple is straight right now, and the boy is singing your name. Do you think that guy will sing your name when your nipple is like this? Are you sure that guy can be able to sing your name again? It's only your father will tell you. You cannot know. It's only your father will tell you how that guy will treat you when you turn 40, 50, 60 years as a woman. It's only your father will tell you how that guy will treat you. That is why you cannot engage yourself without consulting your father. Your father is your lawyer. Your father is your attorney. Your mother is your attorney. You cannot do it. You can't sign any agreement without consulting them. You need their knowledge before you enter into that agreement of marriage. Before you enter into that formal agreement called engagement, you need the knowledge and the experience of your father and your mother to study that document. What is the document? That boy. What is the document to study? That girl you want to marry. Your mother needs to study her and come out with the result. Your mother needs to study the life of that young lady, and she will give you the result. But when you go by yourself alone, you may have problem. You may not have problem. But I'm telling you, 70% that went without consulting their parents, they are in trouble. It's only 30% that succeed. 70% did not succeed. Go and do your inquiry very well. You understand what I'm saying? 70%. 70% of people who went without consulting their parents, today they are suffering for it. Today the girl is crying. I didn't know that guy is like this. Today the guy is crying. I didn't know that girl is like this. I never know. That is how she will treat me. Did you told your father when you engage that girl? No. You felt that now I am a man. Who told you you're a man? How can you be a man on something you have not tested before? Have you married before? No. For that reason, you have no knowledge of it, of marriage. You don't have any experience of marriage. You need men who had experience, who have walked through marriage. You need them to study that guy before you engage yourself to that guy. If not, there will be a problem. My advice to you this morning, this afternoon, this night, do not accept any engagement from anybody without consulting your parents. Your parents is your attorney. You need them to study the boy or the girl before you engage yourself to anybody. If anybody come to you accidentally, if anybody stop you in name of he is your boyfriend or he is your girlfriend and come to you and say, oh, I have a link for you to engage you, close your eye, open your eyes. How can you close your eyes to say, to enter into agreement? Listen. You need to listen. How can you close your eyes to enter into agreement? You went to school. How can you close your eyes? Somebody told you, close close your eyes and sign a document you have not read, and somebody is telling you to close your eye to sign it. Even if you have read the document before, you cannot close your eye to sign a document. Do you know if somebody have authored that document? You need to listen. How can you close your eyes to sign an agreement? Do you know if someone has authored it? Do you know if someone has changed something on that agreement? Even if you have read it before, you need to open your eyes before you sign any agreement. Don't close your eyes for anybody, for them to put a link on your finger. No, that is deceit. Listen. No. Your eyes need to be open to see what you want to sign. You need to open your eyes to look at what you want to sign. Don't enter into any agreement that will screw you. Don't enter into any agreement that will make you to cry for the next entire of your life. Don't do that. You need to be awake and you need to study that agreement. You need to get an attorney, a well-trained attorney, to study that agreement before you enter into it. If not, you will get yourself screwed. You will enter into trouble that will give you headache. But if you listen to my word today, I want to let you know you will avoid that future trouble, that future pain. That time you will use to come to social media and begin to cry. My husband is beating me. My wife is not cooking food for me. Use that time now to listen to what I'm telling you, so that your life will be beautiful. So that your life will be what? Will be beautiful. Don't engage to anybody without consulting your parents. Because when you do that, you are about to screw yourself. Because you don't have any knowledge of what you are about to do. Consult your parents first. When your parents study those documents and whatever they tell you, I want you to make use of it. Because some of you, when your parents tell you, some of you will still say, no, daddy, you are not seeing well. Who told you? Your father is not seeing well. Are you out of your mind? Who told you your mother is not seeing well? Go and check if 100 people was told don't go and they went. 95 is crying today. 100 people, their parents told them don't go there and they went there. 95% of them is crying right now. Go and do the study. Go and do the analysis. You come back to me and tell me on this page. 100 people, their parents told them, don't enter into that agreement. And they refuse and enter into it. 95% of them is crying right now as I'm speaking to you. It's only 5% that is surviving it. And that 5% that is surviving it is not smooth. It's rough. The 5% is rough. Oh. It's not that it's smooth. It's not a smooth one. But it's rough one. Go and do your physical investigation. You will see my result is very clean and clear. Whatever I'm telling you here is law. Whatever I'm telling you here is a reality. It's not a theory. It's not a story. It's a life. It's real. Don't enter into any agreement without consulting your attorney, which is your parents. They are your attorney. In the business of marriage, you need them before you say yes to anybody. It doesn't matter who that person is. It doesn't matter how long you have known the person. As long as you have not introduced that person to your father, to your mother, to assess those people, to study those people, don't say yes to them until your parents approve it. Don't say yes until your parents say yes before you say yes, because you did not born yourself. and you don't have a knowledge of what you are about to do, what you are about to enter, you need somebody who have the experience and the knowledge to help you. Let's go ahead. Why men engage girls fast? There is reason why men engage ladies fast. There is reason why. There is a reason. Number one, men engage ladies fast because they believe whenever they say, I will marry you to the ladies, I will marry you to the ladies is like what? It's like a breeze. I will marry you. Take note of my word. Underline that word. I will marry you. I will marry you in the ears of ladies is like a breeze. When a breeze blows, everybody around there will feel it. That is how that word is to the ladies. Whenever you say, I will marry, it's always like a breeze in their body. Every one of them will feel it at that moment. If you are telling them anything, as long as that word, I will marry you, have not come out of your mouth, they may not be able to be feeling your word. But as soon as you say, I will marry you, that word is like a breeze. I call it breeze. Whenever it blows, every lady, every young girl, every unmarried girl, every unmarried woman always feel that breeze. I will marry you. And that breeze is always what? Cool. It's like a breeze of what? AC on the body of the ladies. So when guys want to cool their brain, they come with that slangs. They come with that one word, I will marry you. That is the breeze the guys is using on the ladies to cool their brain. If the gay brain is hot, if the gay brain is not keen to the lie, the guy is telling her, the only word you can use to cool a brain of a lady that is very stubborn to a guy is only one word. I call it breeze. That word is what? I will marry you. Whenever you drop it, the lady will look at you again and look down, and look at you again and look down. The only word that will come out of her mouth, are you sure? The only word that will come out of the girl's mouth is that, are you sure? And the guy will say, yes. Lie. It's lie. He's not sure. But he wants to drop that word that can cool the brain of that girl that is very stubborn. It's only that word that will marry you that can cool the brain of that girl that is very stubborn. That is why the guys always use that word, I will marry you. That means engagement. That is not true. It's not true. If 100 people has told people I will marry you, it's only 10 that marry. 90 did not marry. 90 did not marry them. Can you imagine that? Out of 100, only 10 married. 90 fell. Lie. Engagement. Just to cool your brain, he will drop that word, I will marry you. Number 2, why men engage girls fast. Number 2, to gain the heart of the girl. To gain the heart of that girl. When a guy is trying to gain a heart of a girl, if that girl is very stubborn, the guy will come with engagement. With that word of what? I will marry you. To gain the girl's what? Heart. That is number 2. Number 3, to make the girl to be free with him. That is only word you will tell a girl, and that girl will open herself. The girl will be very free with you. That word is only word. You will tell a girl, and that girl will be very, very free. The girl will be ready to do anything with you. Engagement. Whenever you do that to a girl, that girl will be very, very free. to do anything you want to do. The girl will be very free to do it. Then number 4, to take the girl's eyes off from other men. You know, those men that is very cunning, those boys that is very cunning, those boys that is very insecure, the only way they will take off a girl's eyes out of men is to do what? To engage that girl. That is the only thing they think they can use to do what? To take the girl's eyes off from other men is to engage her. But that engagement is not what? It's not real. That engagement is what? It's a deceived one. It's not real. That's why I told you, don't enter it without consulting your parents. Because most of it is not what? It's not real. Most of it. Remember, I gave you a figure. 90% of it is not real. 10% is what? Real. Imagine it. Imagine the figures. Imagine the differences. For that reason, you need to advise yourself. You need to listen to my word right now. Why men engage girls fast? Then number what? Number 5, to buy the girl wholesale without payment. Listen, do you know why guys engage girls faster? To buy them wholesale without payment. The only word you can use to buy a girl wholesale without making any payment to their parents, without making any payment to the family, is to tell the girl I will marry you. Go and engage her. Go and put a deceived ring on her finger. That means you have already bought her wholesale without no money. Listen. To buy the girl wholesale without making a dime of payment, without making a 1 naira of payment, the only thing you can do, go and engage her. Go and do what? Engage her. You will buy her wholesale without payment. That is the word. That is the system the bad guys are using to buy girls wholesale without no payment. Every day, the girl will cook for her. Every afternoon, the girl will cook. You are thinking that she's cooking for the husband. But he doesn't know that that guy have another plan. Engagement. Be very, very careful. Don't engage anybody without consulting your own parents. Don't do that. It's a taboo for me. Don't do that. Don't engage them without consulting your attorney, which is your parents. Don't do that. Number 6, to convince the girl to give him any help he needs. Whenever you engage a girl, whatever you ask, whatever that girl has, she's willing to do what? To give it to you. Whatever. As long as you have already engaged her, whatever she has, she can surrender them to you. Whether money, whether anything, she will be willing to do what? To surrender it. Because she believes there is an agreement. Because she believes there is what? An agreement. That so time we are getting married. We are same body. But some of them does not know that the guys are not real. The guys are not what? Are not real. And another thing that makes men to engage girls fast. Number 7 is what? To surrender to the girl's pressure. Listen to me. Guys, listen right now. Some of you, some of men, some of young guys, some of you always surrender to the pressure from the girls. The girl will be telling you, oh, I want to get married. I want to do this. I want to get married. I want to get married. At the end of the day, the next thing you will do, you will say, oh, instead of me to lose this girl now, let me engage her. You surrender to the pressure of the girl and you go ahead and engage her when you know right inside your heart you are not ready for marriage, and you surrender to the pressure of the girl, and you do what? You engage her for her to stop disturbing you. You are screwing your what? Yourself. You are screwing yourself. And that is dangerous. You are screwing yourself. And that is what? Dangerous. Don't do that. Don't succumb to any girl's pressure to engage the girl for what? For marriage. Don't do that. Number 7, to make the girl to be submissive. Listen to me. Some young men and women, they will do what? They will decide to do what? To engage the girl so that the girl will be what? Submissive to them. So that the girl will know that this is my future husband. Whatever he say, I need to listen. This is not just a boyfriend, but this is my fiancé. Lily, are you sure? Who told you you are the fiancé? Who told you? You are not sure. You just believe what they told you, but you don't know which one is the truth. Do you know if the father will agree when the guy will make it open to the father? Do you know if the mother will agree when the guy make it open to the mother? Do you know? Do you know? Don't do that just because you want somebody to be submissive to you, and you go ahead and engage them. When you are not 100% sure, you will marry them. Even if you are 90% sure, don't engage anybody. You are not sure yet. You must be 101% sure before you engage yourself to anybody. If you are not 100% and one sure, don't engage yourself. Yes. Don't enter into that formal agreement. Because anytime you break it, there is a danger. Let's go and see danger of engagement. Let's see the danger. The danger of what? Engagement. What are the dangers? Why am I telling you don't engage anybody without consulting your parents? Let's see the dangers. Number 1 danger, promise and what? Fail. That is number 1 danger. Number 1 danger of engagement is what? Promise and fail. That is number 1 danger. Promise and what? Fail. That is number 1 danger. Then number 2, heart broken. Number 2 is what? Heart broken. Heart broken. That is number 2. Number 3, lifetime enemies. Let me tell you something. Do you know that because of engagement, people has already created lifetime what? Enemies. Family enemies. Parents and parents enemies. Father and father enemies. Mother and mother enemy. Because you engage that girl, today your parents say you will not marry her. Now you didn't marry her. Now you told the girl, my parents say I will not marry you. Now the parents of the girl is not happy with your parents. The girl is not happy with your parents. You too may not be happy with your parents. Do you see the dangers? Lifetime enemies. And this is very dangerous. And this is very dangerous. Lifetime enemies. Do not engage anybody without consulting your parents. You will create a lifetime enemy in your family. between your family and the family of that girl, you will create a lifetime enemy. Be very, very careful. Number 4, lifetime pain. Do you know that because of engagement, some people has created a lifetime pain in the life of people? Do you know that some people will live with the pain of heartbroken? You caused them because you told them you will marry them and you didn't marry them. How can you engage a girl right from year 1 in the university? Year 1, you met that girl in year 1. And because of how the girl was doing, how good the girl was, you went and engaged her and said, I will marry you. You dated that girl for 4 to 5 years in the university. You come out. You guys finished and came out. And you guys continue doing what? Because there is already engagement. Maybe in the next 2 to 3, 4, 5 years, the girl is still waiting for you. You are walking. At the end of the day, one day you will come and say, my father said I cannot marry from your village. You are a joker. You are what? You are a joker. You have created lifetime pain. You have created a lifetime pain in the life of somebody. A lifetime pain. That's why I'm telling you, don't engage anybody. Don't do that. Don't try it. It's dangerous. Don't do it. Some girls has entered into engagement while they are in school, and the guy will be paying your school fees and everything, your house rent, you are feeding money. Now you finish university. The next thing you will tell the guy is that my mother said I cannot marry from your village. You are creating a lifetime pain. Now you will say, oh, that guy did not go to school. I can't marry him. He didn't go to school. I can't marry him. No. I can't marry this guy. No. But when the guy was paying your school fees, you did not know that he did not go to school. Now, you are now remembering the guy did not went to school. But when the man was paying your school fees, you did not remember that he did not went to school. You was collecting money to go to school. Now you have finished. You now remember that this man who has been paying my school fees did not went to school. You are a joker. You are creating lifetime pain. And that pain may affect you if you don't know. Take note of my word. It may affect you one day or sometime in life. Be very, very careful. The number what? Number 5, depression. Danger of what? Engagement. Number 5 is what? Depression. This thing has wronged many people. Deceived engagement has caused many people what? Depression. That is number 5. Number 6, death. I want to let you know. Do you know that engagement has caused many deaths in society today? Are you aware of that? Do you know that some people, some boys, has gone extra mile to fight this battle? Do you know that? Do you know that some girls has gone extra mile to repay back engagement, and at the process of doing that, death will happen? Be very, very careful. Something that can cause death, that is what you want to enter into. You need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. Number 6, the dangers of engagement. Number 6 is what? Death. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Because it causes death. Number what? Number 7. Putting your parents and the family members in what? At danger. When you do this, you may put your parents at danger. When you go and tell the girl, my father said, I will not marry you. You don't know that you are putting the life of your father in danger. Some of those girls may come after your father. You will say, okay, this man is my hindrance. Okay, I will get him off the road. Be very, very careful. Don't put your parents in danger because of a short-time enjoyment. Don't put them in danger. Don't put your mother in danger because of little time enjoyment. Don't tell anybody you will marry them. Don't engage anybody. If the person don't want to date you, fine. Go and look for another person. If any girl tell you, I don't want to date anybody, unless the person is ready to marry me, tell the girl, I'm sorry, I'm not ready for marriage. Tell her you are not ready. But don't try to say yes. Don't try to engage anybody just because of what? Don't try to do that. Don't try it. Don't try to do that. Because it may cause a pain that will remain eternity in your family. You are putting your parents in danger for doing that. Don't do that. Be very, very careful before you say. Before you enter into any formal agreement, be very careful. Consult your parents, as I told you. Consult them before you say yes to anybody, so that they don't put your father in danger. So you don't bring something that will kill your parents. Don't bring death to your parents. Don't bring pain to your parents because of your little enjoyment. Don't do that. Don't try it. Don't accept that word. Engagement. Don't enter into it. If you are not 100% sure. If you are 99%, don't enter. Until you are 100% sure. Until your father and your mother okay it, then you go inside it. If they did not okay it, don't go inside. Because if you go inside, you may bring all this danger to yourself or to your family. Be very, very careful. Take my advice, like I told you all the time. What we do here, what we say here, is not something you will hear anyhow. Because everything we are saying here is a gift. It's not something that I learn from anybody, no. It's a gift. Everything that is coming out of my mouth is a gift. It's not something that I learned from anybody like that. I did not go training for it. It's only gift that God has given to me. That is what I'm offering to you for free of charge. Don't bring danger to your family because of a little what? Little enjoyment that will not last. Don't do that. Don't use because of money and you say, I will marry you. Don't do that. Don't try to engage to any man because you think the man can fit your bill right now. You can say, I will marry you. Then tomorrow you will change your mind. Don't try it. Don't joke with your life. Don't put your family at danger. Don't try it. Because it will cost you a life pain. It will cost you a lot of pain you may not want to bear as a human being. But I'm telling you today, take note of it. Many of you did it because you did not know. But today, thank God that we have this platform that can help us to spread this good news. I want you to share this message as many people you can. That is the only thing you can do to the young people. Every young group you know, share this message to them. It will save life. It will deliver many people. It will save life. It will deliver many people. Lastly, number 8, loss of what? Reputation. Let me tell you something. When you engage anybody, when you engage yourself to any man, any boy, any girl, and at the end of the day you fail, I want to let you know you have lost a lot of reputation. Even the reputation of your family is already at stake. Because the other family will never value your family again. The other family will never see your family as anything anymore. Loss of what? Reputation. Don't kill the reputation of your family, because you may need that reputation tomorrow. That reputation may be important tomorrow for somebody in your family. Don't go and spoil that reputation of your family because of a little time enjoyment. Be very, very careful. Be very careful about this word, engagement. It kills fast, but people don't know. Engagement. People, that word has killed. You cannot number them, but you don't know. People, that word engagement has killed. You cannot number them. But I'm telling you today to take note. You cannot number them. Don't kill anybody with that word, engagement. That is why I'm telling you this morning, this afternoon, this night, depending where you are, don't you ever engage anybody without being sure of 100% you will marry the person, without being sure that your parents, your mother, your father has already approved that marriage before you say what? Yes. Make sure before you say yes. So that will be, that is the reason why there will be no reason for story. When all the parties agree, there will be no reason for story. That is why it's a formal agreement. Every party is supposed to agree. It's not after you have agreed, tomorrow you begin to come back and say, oh no, I sold that land yesterday. I don't want to sell the land again. Really? Can you be able to pay damage if they bill you for damage? Can you be able to pay the damage? Can you pay the damage of engagement? Can you be able to pay the damage of engagement? You told somebody's child, I will marry you. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, I will marry you. On the 11th year, you said that my mother said, my father said, after 10 years, hey, can you be able to pay the damage if they bill you for damage of 10 years of holding somebody? Can you be able to pay the damage? Do you know some people have lost their real husband and wife because of engagement? Some people has missed their husband and their wife because of they went and engaged in long engagement. When the real husband come, he will say, oh, I'm engaged. When the real wife come, he will say, oh, I'm engaged. Do you know that? Some people today, what is keeping them unmarried is because their real husband has come and go. When they came, the girl was engaged. When their real husband came, the girl door was locked up. There is a ring on the girl's what? Finger. And the man left and started searching for another one. Today, the girl is sitting without anybody. After 10 years of engagement. And the guy is gone. The guy is gone. Now, if we want to bill you for these 10 years of waste, can you be able to pay it? If we tell you the price you will pay for these 10 years of waste, can you be able? Do you know what will be the price? That's why I tell you sometimes people pay with their life for that damage. Many has paid with their life. I'm telling you the truth. Many has paid with their what? With their life for that damage. Don't enter into any engagement without consulting your parents. Don't do that. So that you will not put anybody in danger. And also you will not put yourself in danger. I pray that God will help you. And I pray that everyone who will come across of this video will make use of this piece of advice. And God will make your life to remain beautiful. Remember, I always tell you, we are here to do what? For amendment. We are not here to condemn anybody. You did it yesterday. It's already a mistake. And what matters is from now, what are you willing to do? From this point of time, what are you willing to do? That is what matters. Yesterday is gone. What matters is right now. What are you willing to do? That is what matters. Yesterday has gone. What matters to me and what matters before heaven is what do you want to do from now? That is what matters. After you have had this word, what do you want to do? Ask yourself that question. Make amendment. Amendment is not condemnation. Amendment is not destruction. But amendment is to make our life to be better and beautiful. I will see you here next week at the same time, 3 p.m. Nigerian time. It's still from us, Udo Jesus Foundation, from the teacher of wisdom. We do this as what? As a sacrifice, as humanity. That is why we are here. That is the only reason why we are here. The only reason why you can see my 2 eyes is because of humanity. That is why you can see this face. And I pray that God will continue to bless you. And this week you are entering, I pray for you. Miracle must happen in your life. Miracle is something you cannot do. That is miracle. Miracle is something you did not plan. Miracle is something you don't have control over. I pray that God will do a miracle for you that will bring change to your life. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.